There's some here, actually. Did you find out about the interpreter situation? In case they needed one, do they need one? Do we have someone? See the prosecutor. There's someone that can stand in there.
Yes, Mr. David? Judge, I never heard of tallies. And I was like, what is that? Tallies? Tallies?
Yeah, not very common.
So how would you spell that?
I would say T-A-L-L-I-E-S.
That's what I say too. But that's also tallies, you know, when you tally something.
But that would be with a Y.
But plural.
Plural. Right. It's more of a slang, that's why.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it's defined that way.
Just something to look up, you know?
You may want to do tall, hyphen, I-E-S.
Right, yeah. Or what about an ESC? No? That looks weird.
I always think it's read by a higher court.
Yeah.
If it gets to that.
Yeah.
Tall, just the way it sounds, so feeling a little warmer.
It's warmer. It's supposed to get up to.
But in here, do you feel it okay?
Oh, I feel it fine. I feel it perfect.
It's just,
I'm usually freezing in a courtroom, and I'm not. I'm usually freezing. It's very perfect. Oh, you're cold? It's that robe, Judge.
yeah, I think it is. All right, so we have the defense ready, the state ready? I think, I see Mr. Alanis walking in, but Mr. Davila, you're in charge for now.
The state's ready, Your Honor. I just need the witness as well.
Yes, I think that, do we hire somebody for tomorrow?
They have someone here, no? Why are we doing that? They said they have someone here, it was just a matter of letting them know if we need one of the ones that they have here. Okay, but, I mean, someone that's here, they told us. Yeah, we do brush them, I don't know. Mr. Perez, you ready to the cross-examination? You may proceed.
All rise for the jury.
With the jury. You may be seated. All right, Mr. Perez, now you may proceed.
Yes. Ms. Peña, I'm Joel Perez, and this is Raymond Fuchs, and we represent Juan David Ortiz. And I've previously met you because we had a hearing back on October the 3rd of 2019, correct?
Yes.
Do you recall that?
Yeah.
Okay, and just to get a history, you stated your drug addiction started when you were 21? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
And how old are you now, ma'am?
31.
Okay. And your child is 12
Yeah,
right now.
right now.
Now, back on October the 3rd of 2019, you were in a rehab facility when you testified in court. Do you recall that?
Yes,
And, you know, that's what, maybe 4 years ago? And today, are you in a rehab facility again?
no, I'm not in a rehab.
Okay, but you said you're on methadone.
I take methadone.
Okay, is that medically prescribed?
Yeah, that's medically prescribed.
Okay. And if you were in rehab back in 19, why do you need methadone today?
Why do I need methadone today?
Yes.
Because I would have my downfalls.
Okay. So I gather the rehab wasn't successful back in 2019.
I guess you can say
Okay.
that.
And the prosecutor was asking you about what you did for a living, and in essence, it's prostitution.
Yes.
Would that be accurate?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to offend you, ma'am. I'm
No,
just
it's
want to
okay.
make sure I get to the point.
Yeah.
And this prostitution, and if you remember the testimony from last time, it's basically to support your drug habit.
Yes.
Okay. And your drug habit, you call them your DOC, your drugs of choice,
DOC, yeah.
is heroin
And
and
crack.
crack. You also do what's in the street called bars, which is Xanax.
Yes.
And that's not prescribed, right? That's stuff you buy on the street.
Yeah.
And you also smoke some marijuana. Correct?
Not oftenly, but yes.
Okay. And then back then you also testified that your child, you saw him maybe sometimes every 6 months, sometimes
Her.
every 3 months, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said even though it's your child, a relative is raising your child.
Yes.
Okay. And I would imagine that part of that reason is because you do drugs.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you say back on September the 14th of 2018 that you were scared because the murders had occurred, correct?
Yes.
But you weren't scared enough to stop prostituting because you were still out on the streets, right?
When?
Well, we know on September 14th
Yeah.
of 2018 you claimed that you were with Mr. Ortiz.
Yes.
And according to your testimony, it was for prostitution.
Yes.
Okay. And we know because you've testified that you have a daily habit.
That I had a daily habit.
Yes, I'm not saying right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking either 2018, 2019, something like that.
Yeah.
And so your daily habit consisted of maybe sometimes up to $300 worth of heroin, black tar on top of that
Yeah.
per day, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And about $100 of crack cocaine.
Yes.
You would agree with me that that's a lot of drugs to use daily,
Yeah.
right? And just, I don't know if everybody knows, but the heroin is the kind where you get a spoon, you heat it up, you put it in a syringe, and then you inject.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, would it be fair to say then that you've been injecting yourself maybe for the last 10 years?
On and off.
On and off.
Yeah.
And the crack cocaine typically is smoked in a pipe.
Yeah, it's an upper.
You put in a pipe, and it's a glass pipe or something like that, and from what I read, you use a lighter and then you smoke it and it gets you high.
Yeah.
And you also testified that your modus operandi, if you will, in using drugs is you use crack in the morning or early to get you high, and then you use heroin in the afternoon to bring you down.
No, first heroin and then crack.
Okay. I thought you had testified the other way around, but you know, but regardless, you use both of them
Yeah.
daily, correct? Now, you know, I mean, as compared to a guy that drinks every day or something like that, he's gonna be hungover and he's gonna be not feeling the greatest. I'm assuming that doing crack and heroin in those amounts is not the best thing for your body or your mental health.
Of
correct?
course not. Yeah.
Okay. Now, back on September the 14th of 2018, you met, according to you, with Mr. Ortiz, and you're the one that inquired about, had you heard about the murders of Melissa?
Yeah. When he picked me up.
But Ortiz didn't bring it up.
No, I brought it up.
Okay. And even though you were frightened at either at the
Not
murder,
at that time.
Okay. At some point when you said he started acting differently, let's say, according to you, you claimed.
When we got
I'm
to
sorry?
his house. When we got to his house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That
Okay.
was the first time he had ever acted off.
Okay.
Other than that, very normal.
Okay. But at that time, you were still getting high regularly.
Yeah, but to the point where I know what's going on. I was high, but I know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, I assume every person that uses mind-altering drugs
Yeah.
would claim that, right? A guy that
Yeah.
drinks a 12-pack, he's gonna go, hey, I know what's going on.
Yeah, I
And
know
he's
what's
right?
going on. I'm alert. I'm still alert.
Uh-huh. I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you testified that you still shot up the heroin, though. That
At his house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were there between 6 and 9, and you said, you know, you drove around for a while, drinking the beer, and then shooting the heroin.
I shot up the heroin when we got to his house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and again, I'm not trying to be offensive.
No,
but
it's okay.
Are you high right now? Somewhat high?
No.
Are you on the? You're not here totally clear-headed, are you?
Yes, I am.
Are you under the effects of methadone?
Yes.
Okay.
I
and
take methadone.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I do.
And-
I'm on methadone.
Okay, and methadone in essence is a synthetic heroin, correct?
Methadone is just it's to block any triggers.
Well, no. What it is actually is a synthetic heroin that is utilized to avoid.
Being argumentative with her, she's not, and that's not, this is not relevant questioning, Your Honor. And he's being argumentative with her.
Let me address it this way. Ask a question because you're giving testimony instead of asking a question. You're explaining what that is. That you're not a witness, understand? So
But
ask a
it's
question.
been asked and answered, Your Honor,
Okay.
that if she's
Re-
intoxicated
rephrase the
or
question.
or drugs.
Okay. Are you aware that methadone is a synthetic heroin?
No, it's not a synthetic heroin.
Okay. Are you aware that it's utilized to regulate the effects on the human body of people that are hooked to heroin?
That have been on heroin throughout the years.
Yes.
It's to keep them sober.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
I know what methadone is.
Okay. And so, well, let me ask you this: what effect does it have on you, methadone, as opposed to
Nothing.
not taking it?
It's just to concentrate, just not to. It doesn't trigger me. It doesn't cross my mind to use.
Well, the idea is, and I'm asking you, is it to reduce the need to have to use heroin?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Alanis showed you a photo of Melissa, correct?
Correct.
And you said that previously in the testimony that Melissa also worked the streets.
Yes,
correct?
correct.
And that she had problems with drugs, correct?
Correct.
And she did it to support her habit by selling her body, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then you were asked about Claudine, and you testified that she also had a problem with addiction,
Correct.
and that Claudine also worked the streets to support her habit.
Correct.
And you were asked about Janelle, and you testified that Janelle also had a drug addiction, correct?
Correct.
And that Janelle worked the streets to support the drug habit.
Correct.
Okay. Now, when you asked, according to you, Mr. Ortiz, if he had seen the news about the murders, or that he had he heard about it, his response that he said he just saw it in the news. That was his
I
response.
mentioned it, and he said, "Hey, that he had found out through the news."
Okay.
Yeah.
And according to you, he starts acting differently or whatever, weird, according to you, and you testified that that you heard a voice. You actually heard a voice.
What I meant by that is my inner voice, my intuition.
Okay. You know, I get that people have gut feelings, okay?
Yeah.
But you testified, I heard a voice. And I asked you, that said what? For me to get out fast. Okay, do you remember testifying
Yeah.
to that? Okay. Let me just find this, okay? Okay, and then at some point, and I think this is me questioning you now, and you testified that you heard a voice. And just tell me if you recall saying this. Yes, I did. Question. And that this voice told you, get out of there. Or what did the voice tell you specifically?
Just to
Answer.
get out.
To get out of the house.
Just to get out, yeah.
And I think I asked you, and did you hear the voice in English or in Spanish? Did you
In-
hear the voice in English and Spanish?
It's
Excuse me, ma'am. Your answer was Spanish. Do you remember testifying to that?
It's not a remember if I said English or Spanish, but
Okay, and then you were asked, question, was it a female Spanish voice or a male
yeah, I
voice?
said
And you testified it was a male
yeah,
voice.
my ex that passed away.
Okay.
Kind of like him telling me.
Uh-huh. So that's different than a gut feeling. So you're hearing a male voice in Spanish.
Not like hearing a voice, but like kind of him
Ma'am,
telling me.
if you might let me finish
I'm
asking the
objecting.
question.
She could be allowed to answer. She
Well,
was just
if I
going to
can finish
answer,
the question,
and you
Your
didn't
Honor.
like the response.
No, it's not
She's
that. I was
gonna
still
answer.
answering the question.
one at a
I'm
time.
asking a
One at a
question.
time.
You're making it sound
Then-
like you want
one second.
Miss,
One second,
don't
ma'am.
answer the
Ma'am,
question.
ma'am.
She's unresponsive,
Sure.
Your Honor.
If I'm instructing her, you need to also wait.
Okay,
I mean,
that's fine.
You want me to give an instruction or not?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait until he asks the question, until he completes asking the question, and then you can answer the question. And if it's non-responsive, you need to object instead of interrupting the witness, please. Go ahead and re-ask your question, sir. Thank you.
Okay. My question is, did you not testify that you heard a male voice in Spanish? And you
Yes,
said
I
here
did.
to get out of there.
Yes, I
Okay.
did. But it's not like a crazy
Non-responsive,
voice.
Your Honor. I'm going to object to
Okay,
non-responsive.
wait for the next question, ma'am.
And when you claim you went to the trooper, you were high, right? When you went to the trooper on
Yes, I
September
was.
the 14th, 2018? Yes?
Yeah.
And again, this go along the lines with what you said that, if I may, doing heroin and crack in those amounts aren't the best thing for the body or the mind. And you agreed with that, correct?
Yes, I agree, of
Okay.
course.
Now, on September the 14th, 2018, when you testified today, and you were very graphic about it upon the questions of Mr. Alanis,
Mm-hmm.
and you said that you were demonstrating for him. I'm just trying to refresh your memory. And you said that according to you, Mr. Alanis pointed the gun to your face, correct? And you put the gun to your face.
That Ortiz had pointed the gun.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
And you remember that as clear as day.
Of course.
Yes, because I guess not too many of us get a gun pointed at our face.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're as sure of that today as you are of any of your other testimony?
Of course, it's unforgettable.
Because you're testifying under oath, right?
I'm here to say the truth and nothing but the truth.
Okay. And that's something that's very memorable. You just said that. Now,
Yeah.
back on October the 3rd of 2019, you were also under oath before this judge to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, correct?
Correct.
And if I were to tell you that you were asked, and where did he point it to you? You said, right here. Where? To your chest. Answer, yes. You're pointing to your chest. Yes. Do you recall testifying to that, ma'am?
No,
Well, are you lying today or were you lying then?
never.
I'm gonna let her go. If I may just make some real quick review, Your Honor. Let me see. May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
Ms. Peña, I'm going to show you an official copy of a transcript dated the 3rd day of October 2019 in this cost number of the state of Texas versus Juan David Ortiz. And it's certified by a certified court reporter wherein he swears that this is accurate.
Where
And
what?
Wherein it certifies that this is an accurate reporting of the proceedings on that date.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just gonna show you the transcript where you were asked, and can you read that for me, just this part right here?
Where did he point it to? Right here, right to your chest. It's just same thing.
Ma'am, I'm just asking you, can you read it and see what you said?
To your chest, yes.
And-
You're pointing to your chest, yes.
Okay, that's all I needed to.
Okay.
also testified that you've never engaged in violence, because you said criminal trespass and the like, but not violence. Is that what you testified to?
I'm gonna object, that's a mischaracterization. She answered that she had been arrested for violence. I had asked her that question.
You want to rephrase the question?
Well, have you ever been convicted for criminal acts of violence?
Violence.
Well, let me ask
I
you
had
this.
probation for aggravated assault.
Did you think that that's a violent offense? Or do you think it's a peaceful offense?
It was not physical. It was something I said.
Okay. Aggravated assault for something you said.
Aggravated assault for something I said. Yeah.
Okay. And is this the assault on a peace officer? On a
No.
policeman?
This was a family violence.
Okay. But on April the 30th of 2019, do you not have one for assault on a peace officer?
I don't recall.
So you're telling me that you've been arrested and you don't recall what charges you've been arrested for?
I've been in and out, but that I had a warrant for what?
Assault on a peace officer.
No.
Do you know what a peace officer is? A cop.
A cop, yes.
And so
No.
according to this, you assaulted a police officer on April the 30th of 2019. Do you have any recollection of that?
I don't recall.
Because you were high?
Maybe. Probably. I don't recall.
Because it affects, the drugs affect your memory, your ability to remember things accurately. Maybe that's why?
A little bit. I don't recall that.
Or a lot.
It's been a long time.
Well, 2019 is after 2018. You realize that, right?
Well, I don't recall. A lot of things have happened. It's a lot to take in.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
You say it's a lot to take in. What after this happened to you?
Yeah.
How did it affect you?
I got diagnosed with PTSD, severe anxiety, and depression.
Did you feel your life was threatened?
I'm going to object to the leading, Your Honor, and not relevant, Your Honor.
Rephrase.
Couple of things. You started to explain about the voice.
Yeah.
I'd like for you to explain. Let me ask you this. Was the voice an audible voice like my voice is now?
No.
Did you hear the voice from the sky?
No.
Did you hear the
I'm
voice?
going to object to leading, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Like an inner voice, like a gut feeling, just like
And you also mentioned it was a male's inner,
Yeah.
a male's voice. Tell the jury about that.
kind of
What-
like
what
my
do you mean?
intuition, because me and him lasted for a very long time.
Who is
And
him? Who
my
is-
ex that passed away. I remember mentioning him that night, and I just had an intuition of him saying, "Get out."
So the inner voice that you tried to explain to Mr. Perez is your ex who passed away
Yeah,
that told you, Erica, get out.
just yeah. Not like a loud voice, like an
Non-responsive, Your Honor.
inner voice.
Your inner
Wait,
voice.
wait,
Yeah.
okay.
A gut feeling, just an image. It's
Wait for the next question.
And you listened to your inner voice.
I listen to my inner voice, to my gut feeling.
What other signs did you have that when you say he's acting weird? Can you give us any examples when you say he's acting weird?
I've been saying it over and over. He was just not himself that day, very nervous.
At the time that he picked you up, did the topic come up about,
I brought it up when we were by Clark, and the only thing he said was, "What's the word? What are they saying?" And that's about it. Nothing else.
what's the word?
Yeah. I told him that they had been picking up people to
Your Honor.
investigate.
Hold on. You said he asked you, what's the word?
Yeah.
When you say that, what did you take it to mean? When he asked you, what's
Like,
the word?
what's going on?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you respond to that?
I just said that they were picking people up.
Who was picking people up?
Investigators. Everyone knew.
Up until this time, and wait for my question. Up until this time, September the 14th, did you have knowledge of some of the girls on the boulevard being picked up by investigators?
Yes.
Okay. Had you been picked up for
No,
questioning?
I had not been picked up.
Okay. Were you ever asked by Ortiz if you had been picked up?
No.
And you've also testified that, and this came up. How long have you been taking methadone?
Right now,
Yes.
like 8 months,
Okay.
6 months.
Have you relapsed during the time that you've been taking methadone?
No.
How long have you been sober?
I have been sober since January.
Okay. Are you currently working?
No, I was working.
What were you doing?
I was a housekeeper in Hotel Marriott Residence Inn.
Okay. And how are you maintaining your living at this point in time?
I have housing, and I'm seeing someone that's helping me.
Okay. So are you doing better today since 2018 when this happened?
Yeah. In the beginning, it
I'm
was.
gonna object non-responsive. Your Honor.
Wait for the next question.
If you can explain the difference between where you're at now in your life and when it happened.
And object to relevance, Your Honor.
Wait 1 second. Sustained at this point.
The issue about the gun that Mr. Perez asked. Were you lying on October the 3rd of 2019 at that hearing?
No.
You started to explain, and I'd like for you to explain to the jury what you meant when the gun was being pointed at you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What did I mean? He just pulled it out and didn't say anything. Just right in front of me.
At your person. At you.
Yes.
At you,
at
Erica
me.
Peña.
Yes.
Okay.
And as soon as he did that, I opened the door. Some way, somehow, I was able to get off my shirt, and I run to the store.
And we've been through
Non-responsive
that.
narrative, Your Honor.
We've been through that.
Yeah.
But when he's pointing the gun at you, at
Yeah.
your person, at your head, your face, your body, your chest, wherever he's pointing it at, you said it was with his left hand, correct?
Yeah.
And he's holding your blouse with the right.
Yes.
What are your feelings at that moment?
Scared.
Scared? Scared for your
For my
life?
life.
No further questions.
Any further crosser?
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, you may step down. You refuse?
Yes.
The state would request that if Ms. Peña could be released from the rule.
Any objection?
Yeah, we're not too sure about that, Your Honor. We might usually.
You might be calling her as a
Yes.
witness again?
We might, be depending on whatever evidence is developed, Your Honor, we may want to continue cross-examination of her. We're not excusing her.
Well, this is your opportunity to cross-examine her, but if you're saying you may
Well-
call her and you're...
We don't know what,
May we approach just briefly?
Sure. So, Ms. Peña, is she still in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. You're still under the rules, so you need to remain waiting outside of the courtroom, and you're not allowed to watch the case or any news accounts.
tell her she's not to discuss it with anyone.
She's been given that instruction earlier.
Okay.
All right.
Your Honor, the state calls Trooper Francisco Hernandez.
Trooper Francisco Hernandez. Was he one of the witnesses this morning?
Yes, he was.
You're under the same oath you took this morning? Yes. You can take the stand, please. Thank you.
Melanie, is your mic on?
Yes, ma'am, I just need to put it on.
All right, thank you.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Isidro Lanis. I'm the district attorney for Webb and Zapata counties. Could you please state your name for the record?
Yes, it's Francisco Javier Hernandez, sir.
And how are you currently employed?
I'm employed with the Texas Department of Public Safety as a state trooper.
How long have you been a state trooper?
I've been about 17 years, sir.
Okay. Are you a certified peace officer in the state of Texas?
Yes, sir.
Please tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what your duties are as a state trooper.
As a state trooper, part of my duties is to protect and enforce the traffic law and criminal laws in the state of Texas and preserve the peace to the citizens of the state of Texas.
Thank you, sir. Now, I want to direct your attention to the night of September the 14th of 2018. Were you on duty that night, sir?
Yes, sir.
Were you in uniform?
Yes, sir.
Can you, were you in a marked DPS unit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please tell us take us back to that night in the evening, shortly before 9 p.m. What were you doing?
So on that day, on that night, I was at the gas station at the intersection of Loop 20 and McPherson Road. I can't recall if I had just finished gassing up the patrol unit or I was about to. When all of a sudden, there was a lady approaching me from the backside, west side of the Stripes or Circle K towards my direction. And as soon as I noticed that, I heard her yelling for help. I immediately noticed that she was in shock. Her breathing was kind of rapid, like hyperventilating. I also noticed that she was scared at that time. And she explained to me that she had just gotten away from a gentleman that pointed a gun at her. And at that time, I assured her that she was in safe hands, and I was gonna try my best to analyze the situation, what was at hand. And she told me she had been assaulted, and then I took proper action after that.
Do you recall what she was wearing?
She was only with a bra. She was running towards me, just covering her chest, and just some white pants, I believe.
Her emotional state, can you describe that?
She was scared. I could sense right away that she was scared and fearing for her life.
Was she in an excited state?
She was
In an alert state?
She was in alert. She was real concerned with the assailant that attacked her, I guess, and trying to see if that person was still around. I assured her that she was in good hands, and I was going to keep an eye out for her assailant while she was there with me.
Did she give you a name of the assailant at that time, if you recall?
Yes, after she explaining to me how she got away, she told me the name of the person that attacked her was by the name of David.
Just the name David?
Yes.
And
Yes,
when
sir.
you say attacked her, what description of the attack did she say?
That she was trying to, I guess, if I remember correctly,
Your Honor, I'm going to object to hearsay at this time.
Your Honor, she's already stated she was in an alert and excited state. This is an excited utterance that she made to him.
Well, Your Honor, it's not clear where along the conversation it is. Is she in the patrol car now? Things are calm, or what?
This, I can rephrase.
Go ahead.
This, these statements being made to you by her, where are they taking place?
okay, so I would say the very first couple of seconds or minutes, I can recall, it was outside of the patrol car.
Okay.
And then because of her safety, I put her in the back seat of my driver's side door,
Okay.
and I sat at her there.
So is she sitting facing you in the back seat, or is she?
She's facing me while I'm outside of the patrol unit.
The door opened or closed?
The door in the back is open, yes.
So the door's open, she's seated in the back seat facing you?
Correct.
She's scared,
Yes, sir.
and she's telling you what just happened to her.
Yes, sir.
And she used the word she escaped.
She escaped, yes, sir.
And she used the word that she was scared.
That she was scared for her life, yes.
Afraid for her life.
Yes.
And that she knew the assailant.
Yes, sir.
And Did she tell you when this happened?
Yes.
When?
That same couple of seconds or minutes just before approaching me.
So it literally happened just seconds before she ran to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. On the night in question, did you have a body camera?
Yes, sir.
At any time, were you able to record the encounter between you and Erica?
Yes, sir.
So now I want to ask you these series of questions regarding the recordings.
Yes, sir.
Were you aware of the gas station, the Stripes or Circle K as you call it having surveillance cameras as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity after this incident to review the video footage of the store?
No, sir.
Or did you have the opportunity to view the video footage from your body camera?
From my body camera, yes, sir.
Okay. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 13 and ask you if you've had the opportunity to view the contents on this CD.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're familiar with it because you were operating the body camera?
Body camera and this is their body camera. Erica Hernandez, yes, sir.
That body camera video was preserved,
Yes, sir.
okay, and was submitted and kept,
Yes, sir.
okay.
May I Bodar the witness, Your Honor? Deputy DPS Trooper Hernandez, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, my name is Joel Perez and I represent Mr. Ortiz. Now, here we have a DVD, marked State's Exhibit number 13 that you've identified, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I know it's a copy apparently of this body cam thing, but this particular exhibit, this one, have you inserted into a DVD player and viewed it before testifying here today?
That one in particular, no, sir.
Okay, I submit that he's not qualified and it's not admissible at this point in time, Your Honor. We don't know what's on this one, Your Honor, from his personal knowledge. He lacks personal knowledge on this exhibit.
Your Honor, my response, if I can continue my line of questioning.
Well, Your Honor, as for that, we'd ask that.
We'd object to arguments like this before the jury.
Well, you want to approach?
Yes, sure, Judge, if we can.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're going to take up a legal matter, so I'm going to excuse you for a few minutes and just remind you not to discuss the facts of the case. Mr. Medina?
All right to the jury.
Mr. Perez, is this the only monitor? Lenise, you want to continue with the questioning of the witness on that exhibit 13?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it up.
I mean, just watch it, don't testify.
Yeah.
Do I just play it from here, Your Honor?
Yes, we're gonna go ahead and, Trooper, not this, we're gonna play the videos from that night, and we'd like for you to authenticate, if you will, if these in fact are the same videos that was on your person, and if the video from the store is the store that you were at.
Yes.
And if the person at the store is you being recorded.
Yes.
He comes out in the recording at the store, Your Honor.
And for the record, you need to have
The exhibit that you're referring to is...
Right now, we will be referring to State's Exhibit 13, which is his body cam video. Then we will also show him State's Exhibit 14, which is the video from the store in which he is recorded at the store.
All right.
Do you see it on your screen, Trooper?
Yes, sir. Vamos, vente para acá a este lado nomás. Ponte aquí nomás, deja hablarle. Ok, nomás ponte a este lado, please. Es que tengo que agarrar algo de ahí. Ponte aquí nomás, real quick. Ahorita te ayudo. Just tranquila. Ponte aquí, mira. Let me just get something from you.
No me vaya a ver.
No, no lo voy a ver, no lo estoy viendo.
Me asusté bastante.
¿Y dónde está el muchacho?
Trae una troca blanca.
¿Ya se fue?
Sí. Ay, me asusté bastante, sir. Sir.
Okay, just hold on, okay?
Me quiero sentar.
¿Quieres file un report?
Tengo miedo que me vaya a ver. Me quiero sentar, sir.
Hey, this is on 3215. Can you send PD to my 20? I'm right here at the Circle K on McPherson and in Loop 20. It's in reference to an assault on a female. You know which one, right? The Valero, right here at the intersection of Loop 20 and McPherson, like going towards the Border Patrol station. Okay, let me. Yeah, I'm waiting here with the female. All right, thanks.
Tengo miedo, me puedo sentar ahí, sir.
Espérate. Oye, entonces, nomás tengo que saber algo. Entonces, ¿tú te subiste a la troca de un muchacho?
Yo me subí, sí. Él ofreció comprarme cigarros y compró unas beers. Y dijo, ¿vas a dar la vuelta conmigo? Y yo le dije que sí, sir. Nomás que yo nunca me voy lejos, so I noticed de que él estaba manejando muy para acá. Y le dije...
¿Y dónde estaba el muchacho? ¿De este side?
Ahí.
Ahí donde está la troca, es esta y el carro.
Allá, donde está el trailer. Ay, sir, me quiero sentar.
So cuando yo estaba aquí, ¿estabas adentro de la troca?
Sí, me vine corriendo, me sacó la pistola y me quería subir y me empecé a gritar, help me, help me.
So cuando te bajaste de la troca, ¿gritaste?
Sí, sir.
Okay. ¿Y no te acuerdas?
Hay una Dodge blanca, vive por aquí.
¿Sabes dónde vive?
Sí, si me llevo ahorita más o menos sí puedo dar, sir.
¿Y por qué te subiste con él? ¿No? ¿Porque ibas a ir a...?
Porque porque me dijo que si quería unos cigarros.
Ajá.
Y yo le dije que sí, y él nomás me dijo, ven a dar la vuelta conmigo un rato y te llevo.
Esa Dodge Ram que está aquí no es esa.
A ver,
Esa no es.
yo traía una pistola, nomás que...
Are you sure he's not maybe standing around? Maybe a lo mejor está a la
Traía
vuelta.
una troca blanca, sir. Mire, y luego I started getting very sick, sir.
Ajá.
I started getting very sick. Y dijo, le digo yo a él, maybe it's because I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah.
Y dijo, do you want a burger? Y le digo yo quería que él manejara para allá por la San Bernardo.
Ajá.
Y le digo yo, sí, pero dale para allá por mi barrio. Dijo, I'm gonna stop real aquí. They saw these really good
So you know who
burgers.
he is?
His name is David.
You only know him as David, or
Yeah. It's your miedo, sir.
just relax?
Tiene una troca.
No me nomás cerrarle aquí, please. Ven, ponte ahí nomás ahí.
Estoy aquí, sir.
No, pues ya te miró,
Pistola.
because if you're coming this way,
Yes,
then
he has a gun, sir.
well, no, don't worry about it. You're safe right now.
My mom lives.
Yeah, but you're safe right now. Está bien, don't worry. Ahorita,
Y
mira,
luego espérese.
relax, just relax.
We were talking about de las muchachas que acaba de fallecer.
Ajá.
And he got very nervous. And he started acting weird and my stomach started to hurt. Literally, I vomit. Y le digo yo, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm okay. And then all of a sudden he's like,
Así que just ponte aquí nomás, just nomás quédate así.
y luego all of a sudden me dice, I feel weird. Dice, I feel very stressed.
Pero te asaltó él cuando te quitó la camisa.
Cuando me quitó la camisa, yo me zafé de la camisa para salirme por
So
la
he was
troca.
trying to grab you.
He was trying to grab me y subirme para subirme me sacó, dijo, güey, se parqueó allá en un ladito.
Espérate, nomás siéntate así, nomás. Es que tengo
parqueó
cosas.
allá en un ladito y me dice, porque he knew that I didn't want to go far.
Yeah.
Y luego, he parked right here.
Ajá.
And he was like, wait, y le digo yo, what are you doing? I'm just fixing my bags. Y de repente saca la pistola, sir. Y yo abrí la puerta, help, sir, tengo mucho miedo.
Ahí va, don't worry. So, ¿por qué no viniste? Cuando viniste, ¿por qué no me dijiste se acaba de ir un muchacho o algo?
No, porque vengo corriendo desde allá.
So, él estaba en la calle.
Él estaba en la troca,
Pero,
manejando.
sí, no, yo sé, pero ¿dónde estaba la troca? ¿En la calle o aquí en el parking
En
lot?
la calle.
Ah, ok.
En la calle, sir. Y yo le dije, el señor tiene una blusa. Y luego el señor dice, allá está la policía, ve. So I'm very scared.
Don't worry,
I'm
you're.
afraid, sir.
So, ¿conoce tu familia o qué?
No sabe dónde vivo.
And how does he? So you knew this guy before?
Yes, mire, el vato anda en la Zambe.
Ajá.
Y varias veces me ha levantado,
Ajá.
¿verdad? Y me ha dado dinero. Nomás que yo no lo había visto. Él
Ok.
trae una troca blanca. Yo no lo había visto y hace ratito lo vi.
Okay.
Y él me dijo, ¿quieres unos cigarros y una beer? Acompáñame a dar la vuelta. Pero él empezó a manejar para acá y para acá y yo no me dio miedo. Yo le dije que yo no vengo hasta acá. So, he knew that I wanted to get off. Y él me dice, déjame llevarte aquí para comprarte un lunch y te llevo para atrás y te dejo.
Ajá.
And, me dice, déjame comprarte un lonche y luego te llevo para atrás. Dice, she's closer.
Okay.
El
Well,
vato trae una Dodge blanca.
but don't worry. Ahorita,
We started talking about las muchachas que acaban de fallecer.
las que las bombearon allá.
Y dice la otra, I got very weird.
Okay.
Cigarros. Cómpreme un Black and Mild de $1.
I don't have cigarettes, so I don't
Cómpreme un
smoke.
Black and Mild de $1, por favor.
Cigarettes are bad for you.
86 cents, please.
No, cigarettes are bad for you right now.
Me quiero tranquilizar, sir.
Mira, just hold on
Y luego
ahorita.
le dije yo, préstame tu teléfono. Es que de repente me dio un feeling, sir, de algo de él. Y le digo yo, he noticed me that I got scared. Y le digo yo, préstame el teléfono para hablarle a mi mamá. para decirle que estoy bien. Y luego me dice, wait, I'll let you use the phone right now. And nunca me quiso prestar el teléfono. Ya nos subimos a la troca y le digo, préstame el teléfono. Y nunca me lo quiso prestar, sir.
Oh, don't worry, mira,
He
ahorita.
started cruising, que quería que viniera con él a dar la vuelta, a comprar unos cigarros y la cerveza. Y pasó por su casa, vive por aquí, no sé muy bien. Yo nomás sé que es CHAOS, algo así, Sand, algo por ahí, sir.
Okay. Well, mira, le hablé a Piri para que Piri me ayudara aquí, okay? Because Piri tiene más resources aquí para poder ir a buscar al muchacho and pues to help you out, okay? So, ahorita nomás
Se va a ir a
Piri.
esconder, no, que no se va a ir para allá por su casa.
Well, I mean,
Sí,
if you already have a description del muchacho, de la
Sí,
troca, más o
güero,
menos dónde
alto,
ando,
es güero,
then
alto,
it shouldn't
and
be.
he works. Trabaja,
Okay.
pero no sé en
But
qué,
I'm
traía una long beige shirt, botas.
You just got a weird feeling this time.
Yes, sir, I even started to vomit. Sir.
Está bueno, pues let me just check something.
Ay, sir, quiero un cigarro.
I don't have any.
Sir, imagínese cuando me sacó la pistola, sir, que yo abrí la puerta, he wanted me to get in y que me quedara callada. Sí, gracias a Dios.
Did you call Piri? Or what's the status on Piri? Alright, thanks. Let me know. Alright. Ah, bueno, don't worry, ya deben de llegar ahorita. So, ya con eso, pues el description que me diste y el Well, then you gotta do something before he does, you know? Pues report him.
Pues I am.
Okay, and that's good. That's why ahorita va a venir PD. We're gonna do a police report, and you have the description del muchacho y todo. Just relax, though.
Mi corazón.
Just relax. Take deep breaths, though. Take deep breaths. Just take deep breaths, though.
Mi
Okay.
corazón.
Just take deep breaths.
De repente cuando sacó la pistola, no soy pereza.
Take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath.
Él me ofreció dinero, sir. He offered money.
Okay.
Y de primero yo le dije que sí.
Okay.
Pero, when we went in his house, y llegó a su casa,
Yeah.
I started feeling very sick. I started shaking. Me dio miedo.
Okay.
Miedo me dio. So yo invento. Le digo, vamos para la troca porque se me quedó algo ahí. Y ya que nos salimos, le digo yo, ya no voy a entrar. Ya no puedo entrar, me empecé a sentir bien mal allá adentro. So está bueno, agarró las llaves, la wallet, nos subimos y fue cuando empezó a manejar para acá. Pero ay, gracias a Dios que no me quedé un minuto más.
Okay.
Pero algo me fuera pasado. Yo vi en su mirada, sir, como cuando sabes que alguien mata todo, ay.
Yeah.
Sí.
Oye, ¿tienes aquí golpes o qué?
No, es heroin.
Y
Sir,
ahorita.
él vio, ya para ahorita ya vio que estoy aquí.
Está bueno, don't worry, you're safe with me.
Sir, ya para ahorita ya vio. sir,
You're safe
que
with me,
estoy
don't
aquí.
worry. But that's why you're gonna make a police report, ¿me entiendes? So you're safe with me, ¿me entiendes? Aquí no te apures. We're just trying to see, maybe he's circling around o algo, como dices tú.
Una troca blanca.
And I'm watching.
Una troca blanca, una Dodge. Una troca blanca. Las ventanas no están tan oscuras.
Yeah. So I'm keeping an eye, no te preocupes. Let's just wait for PD real quick, okay? Así para que le... Just relax. ¿Ya te sientes mejor? A little bit.
Estaba muy...
Just keep taking deep breaths.
Él me quería llevar para allá. Más que yo no. Yo dejé. Me sacó
Okay.
la pistola. Me dejó las que yo empecé a gritar,
Yeah. Well, don't worry. Ahorita bien. You don't need an ambulance?
No,
The ambulance, no, you're okay. Nomás ese el susto que te sacó la pistola and that you might be fearing for your life. Okay.
este muchacho se llama David.
Okay, hold on. Hello? Go ahead. Okay, no worries, no worries. As long as somebody respond, I can stand by here. Okay, hold on. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Erica.
Erica, ¿qué?
Samar Peña.
Salma Peña?
Samar.
Let me give you the 27 right there, hold on.
Erica Peña.
Erica Peña, ¿y tu date of birth?
11/23/91.
Erica Peña, 11/23/91. Yeah, Erica Peña. No, she doesn't need any medical help. She just wants to file an assault report. Okay. Downable. Let's see what PD is gonna want. It's out of PD? County? Está bueno. We'll check right now. I'll let you know how I think. Ahorita viene PD. They just. I gotta advise them when they get here. Just relax, though. Relax. You gotta take a deep breath. Ahorita, just wait. I can't go. Tiene que ir PD primero, then I'll get you something, though. But tiene que venir PD primero, okay? Well, let's just take that first, okay? Let's just take that first step, okay? You're a cigarette smoker, okay?
Yes.
A lot?
I smoke.
How much do you smoke?
I smoke a lot.
During the day, ¿cuánto? Okay, well, just hold on.
They're not Dodge Block, una troca blanca.
All right, don't worry. But you're okay, ¿verdad? Okay. Nomás el susto.
Dios me hizo. Voy a andar por aquí.
So basically, he's like a friend of yours.
He's not a real friend, sir. I've seen him 4 or 5 times. I'm not gonna lie. 4 o 5 veces lo he visto y él me daba dinero. ¿Verdad? Pero yo no lo había visto. Yo no lo había visto, sino que hoy en la tarde lo vi. Y pues he knew Melissa, right? The girl they killed, Melissa Ramirez, and we started talking about her. What happened, and he got very weird all of a sudden, very nervous.
He did, okay.
I don't know, sir. I got a vibe.
A bad vibe.
Horrible vibe, sir.
And so that's when the empezaron a hablar. That's when he got really, like, did he get angry?
He got like nervous and scared.
Okay.
Y le digo yo, are you okay? Are you okay? Y me dice, yeah. Dice, but let's talk about you. Dice, why did you get? Dice, why did you all of a sudden got scared? Why are you scared of me? I started getting scared, sir. Y él vio que yo empecé casi hasta temblar.
¿Te sabes su nombre completo o nomás el nombre que
El David.
así
Vive por aquí, tiene una casa por aquí. Tiene él una casa por aquí.
That's where he was going.
Yeah.
Does he live by himself?
It's a big house, sir. I know he just got separated and la casa estaba sola. Y pues está solo, sir.
Okay.
He's alone. He has a
alone.
big house. Pero he wanted to go in his room. Y yo no. Ay, Dios me dijo que no, sir. Su vibra y como él se empezó a poner su mirada, sus comportamientos.
But so you say you wanted to go in his room?
He wanted to take me.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Él me quería llevar.
Yeah, I understand.
Y yo no quise. Fue cuando yo le dije, dejé algo en la troca, vámonos.
Okay.
Y agarró su cartera y dijo, vámonos, está bueno. And me quería llevar más para allá. Se iba a parquear aquí a comprar un burger y me dice, hold on. Y saca la pistola.
What color was the gun? Black? Gray? Black?
Soy black.
Okay. ¿Y te la apuntó o no?
Sí.
¿Sí te la apuntó?
Sí, me la apuntó así, sir.
Okay.
Aquí. Me la apuntó así. He's tall, güero. Traía unas botas como como de
Ojos de
trabajo.
color.
Las botas son café, traía unos pantalones así como este color, un poquito claritos, y traía una camisa beige
Okay.
de manga larga.
All right. ¿Y andaba solo, no andaba con alguien más?
No, él andaba solo. Él andaba solo, sí. Y luego empezó a decir que he was scared, que porque he was one of the guys that saw Melissa last,
Really?
and I don't know what. Y surgió sin blusa. Miren eso.
¿Y el muchacho sabes dónde trabaja?
No,
¿No?
no sé exactamente dónde.
Pues eso. So, don't worry. I mean, I assure you que you're in good hands. Ahorita no te asustes. Ahorita, if he's circling around or whatever, you're here with me, okay? And that's what I'm looking for. A ver si no voy a pasar otra Dodge Ram or something like that.
Sí, decía algo Ram, era una blanca.
You know it was a Dodge.
Parecía un Dodge.
Okay.
Me quería llevar más para allá y más para allá.
You feel a little bit more relaxed, yeah?
La verdad no. Quiero un cigarro, sir.
I know. Just hold on, though. Nomás espérate.
Quiero un cigarro, sir.
Just hold on. Ten cuidado. Es que tengo. No.
Dale a mi amiga o algo.
¿Tienes una amiga?
Quisiera hablarle a mi amiga. A decirle lo que me acaba de pasar.
¿Y cuál amiga le hablas?
A mi amiga Gaby. Fuera visto su mirada, sir. Nos sentamos, ¿verdad? A fumarnos un cigarro. Ahí en su troca. We started getting yeah, I feel weird. Y le empezó a hacer así.
Like if he was on something.
No sé, sir, nomás dijo, le digo, are you okay? And I was shaking, me empezó a dar miedo. And he was like, no, I feel a little bit weird. Y le empezó a hacer así.
Okay.
Troca no tiene luz.
No, don't worry. I'm keeping an eye. Don't worry. You're safe here. This is una Ford. You say Dodge, right?
Ni siquiera George. Y luego yo estoy bien pendeja para las direcciones, sir. Más o menos vive por aquí. Pero quiero decirle exactamente dónde.
Está bueno. Y ahorita que venga PD might go take
Sí,
you there, ¿me
porque
entiendes?
Estoy bien pendeja para las direcciones.
Pero sabes cómo llegar.
Pero más o menos tengo que concentrarme, sir.
Okay.
Toque mi corazón, sir.
Don't worry.
Touch my heart para que me estoy.
No, I believe you. I totally believe you. I know you're just going through a shock right now. Donde acabas de salir de un escape. You know what I mean? You basically escaped from a situation where it could be dangerous.
Mira, tengo una troca así, pero no tiene chichicuelos, a ver.
Pero esa no es. Esa es una SUV.
No tiene algo así,
Okay.
como nuevecita, pero no tiene las ventanas tan oscuras.
Son 4-door?
Ya,
Don't worry. ¿Y todavía tienes miedo?
Bastante miedo.
Well, no, I'm keeping an eye de eso. Okay.
Tengo mucho miedo. Mucho miedo.
But now you know that you can't get on his vehicle anymore. ¿Entiendes? You learn, I mean, unfortunately te tuvo que pasar esto, you know. No es de confiar en mucha gente, especially if you don't know him that well.
Yeah.
I mean, you say que he hit this 4 times maybe?
5 veces y siempre me buscaba, sir, pero yo lo tiraba a León.
Yeah.
Yo lo tiraba a León. Y yo sabía que he would pick up Melissa también.
Really?
Melissa Ramírez.
La primera.
Sí. Yo sabía que él la levantaba porque él me platicaba de ella. Y cuando yo la miraba, ella también de él, ¿verdad? ¿No has visto al de la troca blanca? Porque me alivian la feria. Y yo no, nomás que yo lo tiraba a León porque era como bien necio.
Okay.
Y nomás que no lo había visto en 2 semanas y me vio. Y me dijo, ¿quieres unos cigarros y una cerveza? Y yo le dije que sí y me subí.
Yeah.
Y bueno, vamos a dar la vuelta un ratito. Bueno, está bueno, le digo, pero no muy lejos, le digo, porque yo no me voy muy lejos. No, es que se vio. Ay, no, yo
¿Y
voy-
Melissa no era tu amiga?
No.
¿No la
Yo
conocías?
la miraba, yo la miraba. Y pues nomás la conocí en el condado y así en la calle, pero hasta ahí.
¿Y la segunda muchacha, esa no la conocías?
De vista nomás
También.
también.
Pues maybe, I mean, así como estás cooperando conmigo, coopera con el oficial ahorita que venga. And I'm pretty sure they can help you out en esa manera para poder traer un assault report at least, you know, con él. And maybe you can break a case de lo que está pasando ahorita.
Sí.
You know what I mean? You never know. You never know. I mean, ellas ya no pueden hablar por ellos, you know what I mean? You know?
Ay, gracias a Dios que me bajé la troca.
Well, if you think about it, estas murders han pasado en las noches.
Yeah. ¿Quieren black and mild, sir?
Ay, voy, ahorita nomás deja que venga la policía, deja que venga, es que no te puedo dejar sola, I mean, especially si es que anda, or he might be around here o algo.
Yeah.
A lo mejor va a pensar que, nada, ahorita dice algo, el policía lo ignora y te vas caminando otra vez, you know? Like, I don't want him to think that way, you know? I don't have any though. I really don't. That's what te dije que te sentaras ahí para que nadie te mirara.
Pues yo me toca algo así.
Esta es la que se metió primero.
Ese, a ver, no. No, ese.
No, ese era un muchacho que caminó ahorita para allá en mi camisa gris.
Y luego we started talking, right? Y le digo yo, I heard that they're picking people up to investigate, right?
Mm.
The girls, and he's like, well, what are the girls saying? What have you heard? And I'm like, I don't know. I literally empecé a temblar, que la tuve que despistar de cómo empecé a temblar.
Wow.
En serio, sir.
I believe you. No, I totally
La
believe
tuve que despistar, sir, cuando empecé yo así de...
you. Like if there was nothing wrong para que no mirara.
Que él me vio, mire, sir.
Yeah.
Que él me vio cuando yo... Me toca, si no será ese que va arriba, esa toca blanca.
I don't know. But no, don't worry. I mean, I thought that's you're safe. So he got nervous cuando le comenzaste a mencionar a las muchachas.
Sí, sir.
You think he's capable of doing something like that? I mean, carrying a gun?
O me sacó la pistola. Te estoy diciendo que me la sacó, sir. De repente se partió aquí.
Don't worry. I mean, I'm keeping an eye.
De repente se partió allá. Atrás del tráiler.
¿Esa troca no?
No, esta no.
Esta no, ¿verdad? Que va aquí.
De repente se partió atrás del tráiler. ¿Verdad?
Yeah.
Because supposedly he was gonna go in through here. Pero dice, do you want drive-through o quieres walk-in? Y le digo yo, drive-through. Dice, wait, well hold on because I have to get in by the sidewalk. So él se parquea, sir, atrás del tráiler.
Yeah.
Y dice, wait a minute. Y la saca y abre la puerta y me agarra él.
Yeah.
¿Verdad? Y yo empiezo a gritar y quiero alcanzar aquí sí para el honk, para que oiga la gente que estoy pitando, pero me sacó de la shirt.
He grabbed the hold of your shirt o te quiso agarrar completamente.
Me quiso agarrar completo.
Yeah, and te zapates de la camisa.
De la shirt. Ay, mi corazón, sir. Quiero un black and white.
I know, just relax.
Y le digo al muchacho ese cuando empecé a caminar over here, estaba yo sin shirt. Y le digo, una camisa o algo para taparme. Y dice, allá está el policía.
Uno de los de aquí te dijo.
El que está allá.
Sí, sí, así.
Estaba allá un señor.
Okay.
Me vio. Jobless. I'm wearing black and they're 86 cents.
I know, it's just I can't go by myself. Just hold on, espérate, just relax. Ahorita te lo agarramos. Just relax. Yeah, just take deep breaths slowly, in and out, just slowly. Por mientras, I know pues it's a shock. I mean, you just escaped from a possible kidnap. You know, I mean, te fuera hecho kidnap, and that would have been the end of you. The gun you say it was black or white?
It was black.
Black.
Gordita. Gorda black. No más que I didn't think really nothing porque yo ya lo había visto como 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Pero when we went in his house, right, we went in for like 5 minutes. Porque no le digo que me ofreció dinero. We went in for like 5 minutes. Pero I got scared de esas de que
A ver, just hold on, okay? Give me a second, nomás, please, okay? Please. Hey, hello? Hey, Es que tengo una girl que she escaped from a guy that pointed a gun at her here at McPherson in Loop 20, and she's one of those girls, you know what I mean? And the guy pointed a gun and se le escapó a la persona, and she's without a shirt basically right now. And I called PD to come over here and assist, but they haven't shown up though. So, but she knows that guy's name, like the first name and where he lives though. Well, just the first name, David. And yeah.
Que más o menos vive por aquí.
Y vive por una casa que se llama, ¿cómo se llama la calle? No, nomás dime qué calle es.
Es aquí como por San Isidro.
Por San Isidro, it's a big house. Por Sand Hill or something like that, right?
Es una calle más o menos
Sand Hill, I think that's what it is.
CHAOS.
I'm right here in McPherson and Loop 20, right here at the Circle K in Laredo. Yendo pa Border Patrol. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, she's gone to the house before. She's without a shirt.
Took off my shirt.
She's without a shirt right now because she escaped from him. The one yendo pa Border Patrol headquarters on McPherson, that corner one. Yeah, International and Loop 20. No, I'm sorry, McPherson and Loop 20. McPherson Loop 20. Yeah, but well, it's not the X one, it's the Circle K. Loop 20 and McPherson. Yeah, the one that's like when you go towards Border Patrol. Yeah, she's in shock, man. Like, yeah. And she was trying to mention something about the other two girls, and that's when the guy got nervous, and I guess she knows. Well, she doesn't know, but she knows who they are. Estas muchachas. Yeah, you want me to take over there? I don't have a problem with it. We're at the same station right there at the Webb County. Wait, do you have an extra shirt though? Or can you get an extra shirt? Well, I'm gonna tell her we're gonna go get a shirt, and then that way they can talk to you. All right. Mira, this is what's gonna happen. Uno de los oficiales de nosotros va a hablar contigo, okay? Just the same situation que me dijiste, all this, okay? I told them to get you a shirt, para que puedas hablar comfortable con ellos, okay? And so we're gonna go to the station, and we're gonna talk to you regarding your situation right now, most importantly, y luego también regarding maybe the guy's name, más o menos donde vive, todo eso, okay? So basically, we're gonna help you out, ¿me entiendes? So, mira, no te voy a decir que te vengas acá atrás, si quieres te puedes ir enfrente. Let me tell him.
Dígale que por favor.
Let me tell him.
Haga algo por mí. Nunca me había pasado algo así. Sí, pero yo quiero que más o menos me maneje por aquí para yo poder decirle eso, porque si no, no voy a poder decirle dónde me voy.
Black and mild. Okay, él ya sabe eso, ya le dije. So mira, yo no te voy a manejar yo todavía, but we're gonna go over there and we're gonna try to get some other units. Okay, let's go over there first and we'll take it there first step by step. Just, si te digo que te vayas enfrente. No, vente por acá, mira. Just cierra la puerta de volar. Just come this way. Just relax, es que tengo unas cosas, déjame sacarlas de volar. Don't worry. No, don't worry, you're with me. You're with me, just relax, okay? Just relax. All right. Sí, por favor. Let me do, espérate, antes que lo apretes ahí. There you go. Yeah, you're good. Let's go. 3215 Laredo.
Laredo 3215, go ahead.
Oh, wait. We'll be en route to Webb County with that female. The SO.
Park
Right over there.
in that street, behind that arch.
Sorry, Judge. So the rest of the video, Your Honor, although it's one continuous video, we do believe that the rest at that point is hearsay. So from when he gets into the car, so that part we'd like to keep the audio out. But if I can have some follow-up questions with Trooper Hernandez just to verify the rest of the video. Trooper Hernandez, did you view the video that we just saw right now?
Yes, sir.
And did you recognize yourself in that video?
Yes, sir.
Did you recognize your voice in that video?
Yes, sir.
Is what you saw here today a true and accurate depiction of what happened that day?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time we'd like to re-urge the submission of State's Exhibit 13, Your Honor.
Judge, while some of this may indeed be an excited utterance, the point at which the trooper begins asking questions of the declarant of the excited utterance, it ceases being an excited utterance and now becomes a question and answer session between the trooper and the declarant. So I guess we would concede the original part where she comes up and there's no questions asked of her, and I don't mean open-ended questions like the trooper, I can't remember exactly, but he may say, what happened? Well, that's open-ended. That certainly doesn't make it cease to be. But when he starts talking in here about, okay, was the truck on the street or in the parking lot? Was the truck is white? When that question becomes specific, it becomes hearsay, because now it is not open-ended questions. You're saying, okay, what happened? Where is it? What, like that, where there's any kind of answer. But when the answers become specific to specific questions, it is no longer an excited utterance because the questions aren't open.
Would I notice that she was repeating things on her own, blurting things out again, repeatedly saying the person's name, repeatedly saying that it was a white truck, and that repeating the description of the incident. And then I think towards the tail end, when the trooper was on the phone, he still described her as being in shock. And this was way after some of those maybe pointed questions that you're saying. But even to that, I think it was still, from what I was seeing and hearing, it was repeating the same thing over and over. I don't think there was anything new that was said afterwards. I think he was reaffirming it was a. Give me information, because it's a very general. Okay, so what exactly are you saying should be kept out? So
I didn't make an exact time mark, but somewhere after about 6 or 7 minutes, it's like you say.
So what information are you saying specifically?
Well, when they start.
Let me before you answer that, I understood there may be a translation that's going to be offered. Yep. Is that accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
So my coordinators mentioned, because a lot of it's in Spanish. We don't have an interpreter. So.
And due to that, Your Honor, we actually filed it. It is certified by Mr. Delint.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that point, because I know we don't have an interpreter, and I asked my coordinator. He said that you all had a translation that you're going to offer. Like, what specific information are you objecting to, Mr. Fuchs?
Your Honor, if I may, this is analogous to a 911 call, and it's an ongoing emergency. She had just escaped a possible kidnapping, an aggravated assault. He's asking basic questions that further the investigation. None of it's being offered for the truth of the matter asserted. If anything, it's an excited utterance, and it's an ongoing investigation.
Let me, I guess, just before I make my ruling, again, part of what I observed in the video, Mr. Fuchs, Mr. Perez, is the officer asking questions about the description of the vehicle, because it looks like he's on the lookout, and let the record reflect that I'm turning around left and right. He's looking to the right side of his vehicle, to the left side of his vehicle. He's asking, there's trucks passing by, and he's asking her, is that the vehicle? Is that the vehicle? I mean, observing the surroundings. And so I think it's all still part of the same.
It's not part of our excited utterance, Judge. And so once he starts questioning like that, the excited utterance has ended. Just because a person continues to scream.
Well, the excited utterance ends when the person stops being excited about it. If she's still...
if she's... apparently the heroin hadn't taken effect. I'm just saying, just because she's shaking and excited doesn't mean it's still an excited utterance. I mean, at some point, I guess in the statement she made down at the sheriff's office, that's going to come in too as an excited utterance, and she's sitting down there and they're asking her questions. Once the police start asking those questions.
But tell me what point again. I know you're looking at
Well,
what are the questions so I can go back to that point?
We just got this, Judge. We didn't have it.
That's what the translation is.
This translation, right? We didn't have it.
No, it's been on file, Your Honor, and with all due respect to Mr. Fook, under Beauchamp v. State, there is no per se rule for determining whether too much time has passed between the making of the statement and the occurrence of the events or conditions which precipitated the comment. A functional test should be applied, namely whether the proximity in time is sufficient to reduce the hearsay dangers of faulty memory and sincerity. She's in shock the entire time, Your Honor. Every statement she made is admissible as an exception to hearsay.
Yes, sir.
Not if it's subject to questioning. I mean, I understand an excited utterance can be made 2 days later if the person is still under the throes, emotional throes of the event. But once it turns into police questioning and answering, it's no longer an excited utterance. It's
I'll let you keep...
It's a response to questioning.
I understand.
It's not, so the original part of this, I'd agree. But I think when he starts even just asking her, okay, what's your name? What's your date of birth? He has now interrupted this excited utterance to the degree that it is now question and answer session, even though she's still excited. But she's answering those specific questions. There are no longer open-ended questions. And so in that regard, I guess, I think there's some timestamps on here somewhere. It would be like in page, I don't know what page is in this translation. Well, even back here on the 10th page of this translation where he's telling her, if you already have a description, the pickup truck, when we do this, we can do that. Now he's going into question and answers. And to me, that's the end of the excited utterance. I'm not disagreeing with the first part of it, where she comes up and just starts stating things. I would concede that's an excited utterance. But at the point where he starts questioning her, that's where it is. Like he's saying, okay, you just got a weird feeling this time. Well, that's a question she's going to say yes or no. It's not going to be, I had a weird feeling. It's not an excited utterance anymore. It is a response to his questioning. And that is on page 11, and we would then say that's where we then object to whatever's thereafter. I don't have timestamps on this. But it's page 11 of what y'all mark that as?
State's Exhibit
14.
14. State's Exhibit 14. Does the court have a copy of that?
No, we haven't introduced it yet.
Well, it'd be okay
It's
with
on
us
file.
if he sees
It's
it.
on file.
No, it'd be okay. Well, the judge doesn't have it in front of him. I just wish he would.
Your Honor, again, this is also an exception to the present sense impression as well. This is analogous to a 911 call, same format. The excitement and shock continues all the way to the very end, to when the trooper's on the phone and says she's on shock. You could see it with just on the video. Her hands are shaking. She's even crying towards the end. You can't see her, but you hear her crying. That this has never happened to her before. Again, under present sense suppression, excited utterance, arguably even the entire ride to the station could come in. We're cutting it off when he gets into the vehicle with her at that point.
Well, I doubt it's present sense impression. Present sense impression is, hey, there's the white Dodge going right in front of me. It's present. Everything she's describing is past. It's not present sense impression at all.
All right. Objection to hearsay is overruled. The court will admit State's Exhibit 13 is the one you're offering. You're offering 14 at this time as well?
Yes, sir.
And,
14,
and
translation.
State's
The
Exhibit 14,
translation.
I will,
The judge offered it for what purpose? We don't want the jury to have that. If he's gonna play the video, they don't get that.
Your Honor.
well, this is a translation.
I understand.
So why don't they get the translation?
Well,
You want to, I mean, it's in Spanish, some of the language, right?
well, I understand, but that's, you know, that's the life, you know, now we gotta, okay, I'd object to that being.
Well, Your Honor, I think the way we've done it is, if I may. Is this thing on?
Yeah, it's all.
Well, there's no jury anyway.
Well, specifically on Exhibit 13, the court's admitting it first. 1 second. 13 is being admitted. That's the video. That's the video. I'm over your objection. Court finds that it was an excited utterance statement throughout, up until the point that it was paused. Now on Exhibit 14. Go ahead.
14, when they're saying they're offering it as an exhibit, to us, number one, it's hearsay, and it violates the best evidence rule. The best evidence is the DVD itself. Now, to assist the jurors, what you might do is they may make copies as the DVD is playing. They can use it to go along and read, and then that's it. We get it back.
Do you have copies?
We have a copy. We have copies for the jurors.
That's what he's asking. Not
Well,
to,
no, yeah, we have.
he's saying
copies.
not to offer it as an exhibit, but to allow the jury to read it
Not a problem.
while they watch
As long
the
as they can have it and read it, it's certified, it's translated.
Yeah, and then you can just instruct them, something, they say, Your Honor, you can instruct them, hey, we're offering you this to review, but then we're gonna get it back, you know. whatever.
And we would not object to it remaining an exhibit, so it's there, but they are informed, you don't take it back with you.
So this will be an exhibit just
It's a
to keep
court
it in the file.
exhibit.
Court exhibit.
No
Court
objections, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll admit State's Exhibit number 14 as a court exhibit, not to be furnished to the jury other than during the time that they're watching the video, not to be furnished to them when they deliberate or otherwise.
Your Honor, we also have exhibits 15, 16, and 17, which is the video footage from the circle cage, just a few snippets that for the seconds that the trooper is there, where he can testify that that's the location he was at the time he was at, and it displays him being there and the approach from the store video looking at the scene.
The only thing we would ask is to have them question him now so he can authenticate that that is an unedited copy of the video from that Circle K. How it was created, you know, under Edwards, the way the recording was made, if he can testify to that, to authenticate it. I don't believe he can.
Your Honor, that's only one part of authentication when it comes to a video. If he can identify himself or the scenario in the video as being accurate, that in itself will authenticate the video. It doesn't have to be the person that records it or the person that burns the video, as long as he's somebody that can identify himself within it.
In 15, 16, and 17, they're short.
They're
a few
snippets,
seconds
they're
each.
basically the
So
clips from
go ahead
outside.
and play them, and then I'll make a ruling after.
So he can also then verify that it's unedited, is that correct?
Well, it's just it's unedited as per. It shows just the moment that this happens. That's what it shows, and it's unedited.
If he wants to object.
And we can voir dire the trooper on it.
Sorry. All right, go ahead and show the witness your additional exhibits.
For the record, Your Honor, we're playing State's Exhibit 15 at this time.
He's not here, but I'm sorry. I figured.
I still need to hear.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Record.
I apologize.
Is it on?
Yes, ma'am. It's green.
I'm not talking about the light, I'm talking about the little button. Is it
Yes, it's
red?
on. It's on.
Okay, alright. I'll check it afterwards. There's
Okay.
something on. Thank you.
So as this is playing, Your Honor, I'm gonna ask Trooper Hernandez. What you're seeing in the video there, is that a true and accurate depiction of what happened September 14th of 2018?
And is that exhibit 15 for the record?
That's Exhibit 15, Your Honor.
I can't see very well on this one though, because this is kind of like dark.
You just back here, right here.
Oh.
This one doesn't move. I think I can turn it. I think I can turn it this way. Is that what?
So, one second, I'm not on the record. He's saying this was dark. I want to, when the jury comes in, can they see it?
Oh yeah,
Dark.
I
That's what I'm
understand.
asking.
Yeah.
We may withdraw this one. I'm gonna play State's Exhibit 16. Trooper, can you do you identify yourself coming in this gas station?
Yes, sir. That's me.
Is that you parking in this video, the State's Exhibit 16?
Yes, sir.
That's a fair and accurate depiction of what happened on the night of September 14, 2018?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want permission to play the other one? State's Exhibit 17?
Is that the extent of this?
It's a short clip. Actually, right now we'll see where Erica comes out. But as for the authentication, Your Honor, we'd like to admit it at State's Exhibit 16 at this point, unless there's any objections.
Any objections to 16 at this point?
We're just trying to authenticated, or do you want to view it all? She comes down.
There's no audio on this.
No, sir.
These are surveillance.
Let me just, just fast forward a couple of
Fast
times
forward.
to make sure,
Okay.
That it doesn't change to a movie or something.
No, I'm not worried about that.
She's coming out.
There's no
Okay,
audio.
there she goes, right there.
All right.
That's why he knows what's happening.
Can you identify the person that approached you in that video?
Yes, sir. That's Eric Upping.
Okay.
Okay, we're good with that.
Say wishes to admit State's Exhibit 16 at this time, Your Honor.
We're okay with them.
As far as them saying that this officer can testify, okay, this is me, that's me, we're still not waiving our objection that he can't authenticate that the recording equipment was working properly and the rest of the predicate.
All right, so State's Exhibit 16 will be admitted.
Your permission to place State's Exhibit 17 for the witness as well.
You may. It has on the monitor itself. It's not. You said it's too dark. This one.
The video, is it still too dark?
This one shows a little bit dark compared to
Sometimes it has the. Yeah, didn't change. All right, that's fine. Now you can see one of them.
Trooper Hernandez, are you able to identify where this is at in this video?
Yes, sir.
Where is that exactly?
It's on the west side of the Circle K.
Is that the same Circle K that we've been talking about
Yes.
today, September 14, 2018?
Yes, sir.
It's the same Circle K that corresponds to the other video that we saw, State's Exhibit 16.
Yes, sir.
Trooper Francisco Hernandez, correct? Did you identify the person that just came on frame there?
Yes, sir.
And who was that?
That was Erika Peña.
Your Honor, this time the state wishes to introduce or into evidence State's Exhibit 17 has been authenticated properly by the witness.
Just to preserve the record, on this one we'd object, and
again, that the proper predicate isn't being, this officer can testify to the recording equipment, et cetera. Also, on this one, Your Honor, this officer is not present, and he cannot necessarily tell that this is the time, or even the same parking lot. You know, I don't know if he's been into this back parking lot or not, or the time for that matter. So this one we think he can't properly authenticate, especially because he's not present on this video, Your Honor.
Again, Your Honor, he doesn't have to actually come out in it or even speak in it, as long as he can testify that what he's seeing there is actually what he observed, and it's contemporaneous to the other video. As we've seen before, he testified that was the other video from a different angle. And as the video is shown, it's the same victim that's run in the same manner and wearing the exact same things. So we do believe that this has been properly authenticated at this time, Your Honor.
Well, Your Honor, again, I don't think that he can say that. I mean, maybe
What
I'm wrong, but
specifically?
this is looks to be a different part of this establishment, and I don't know. I think
So your objection is that he doesn't know or is not familiar with that location or that parking lot area, or is that what your objection is for the
or the
record?
time. I mean, if he can say, "Hey, I saw that Mustang. I saw that guy shooting that camera," maybe he can. I don't know, but I don't think so.
So you're also objecting to the time that's reflected on there as being, I guess, 8:59 at this point, now 9 p.m.?
Well, with his lack of knowledge, Your Honor, yes. Especially since he's not familiar with this recording, and we're going to rely on time. That would be the reason to do that, to have him establish that predicate. And like I said, he's like the prosecutor said. Oh, he knows that she ran through there. Well, what if she did somersaults coming this way? He wouldn't know. He didn't see her.
Well, at this, they're offering it to show that the troopers identifying her as being there, wherever that is, I guess.
I did ask him earlier if he can identify where that is, and he identified it was the northwest or.
The west side of the springs.
And you're familiar with that based on what you're seeing there?
Definitely, sir.
What about the time issue? They're making an issue of the time.
That's the correct time.
That's the same time that,
Yes, sir.
from your
Yes, sir.
memory, that this occurred?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'll also cite Stanmeyer versus State of Texas 475 Southwest 2nd 3rd, and that is the case law that addresses
Oh,
these
well,
types of issues.
objection overruled at this time. State's Exhibit 17 will be admitted into evidence. All right, we're ready for the jury now?
Yes.
Go ahead and bring the jury back in. Wait, 1 second, sir. You go ahead now. I'll give everyone a short recess, take a few minutes. You may be seated for now. Mr. Perez.
You may be seated.
You may be seated for now. All right, are we ready for the jury now?
Yes, we are. All right.
Can the jury please? All right, you may be seated. And you may proceed.
Trooper Hernandez, we were discussing the videos that were taken there at the Circle K on the night of September the 14th of 2018, correct?
Correct.
Now, you've had the opportunity to view the surveillance videos from the Circle K,
Yes, sir.
and you've been able to identify the location and the persons in that video, correct?
Correct.
Okay. We also, you've been able to authenticate the State's Exhibit 13,
Correct.
and that is the video from your body cam, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, permission to publish the videos from the Circle K, Exhibit 16 first.
Exhibit 16, yes, you may. And for the record, State's Exhibits 13, 16, and 17 have been admitted for the jury's consideration. You may proceed.
Okay, I want you to look on the screen, and the video will begin playing. Okay, can you please walk us through this video and what we're viewing, the location?
Yes, sir. So this is the gas station, the Circle K, located at the intersection of Loop 20 and McPherson.
Okay,
And I'm pulling up right here to, I believe it's pump number 5.
okay. You can please speak into the mic, please.
I'm sorry. So this is the, I'm pulling up right here to the intersection of McPherson Loop 20 at the Circle K, and I'm about to pump gas at I think it's pump number 5, sir.
Okay. What time is this going on?
This is around, I would want to say it's 8:40ish, somewhere around there. I'm not really sure about the time, sir.
Close to 9 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, there's a timestamp at the bottom of the video. Is that accurate? Can you see?
Yes, sir.
What
Yes.
time does it show?
It's 8:52
p.m.
p.m. Yes, sir.
And what is the date?
It's 9/14/18.
Okay.
September 14, 2018.
Okay. Is that
Yes, sir.
consistent?
Yes, sir.
It's accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's going on now?
So as I'm standing around there at the pump number 5, I see this lady, who at that time I didn't know her name, run up to me and walk at a fast pace. And right there, I'm trying to assess the situation of the condition she's at right there.
Based on your training and your experience, what is your assessment of this person's demeanor?
Based on my training experience, I see that she's scared, she's in shock, and I could say I can sense that, or not sense, I'm sorry, I believe that something just happened, that she's fearing for her life.
Something contemporaneous, something happened just right at
Yes.
that moment. Okay. Okay. We are now going to play State's Exhibit 17 that's already been admitted. I'd like for you to identify the time and date on this video.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's 9/14/2018, and the time is 49:30, 32.
8:49.
I'm sorry, 8:49. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that accurate with you being there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what location is the jury looking at here?
So this is the west side of the Circle K, where I'm gassing up. That's located at the intersection of Loop 20 and McPherson, sir.
Are you familiar with this location, Trooper?
Yes, sir.
Now's the time to get the updated COVID vaccine. It's safe and effective and the easiest way to protect ourselves and the ones we love this holiday season.
Ken's 5 Wear the Gown, sponsored by University Health.
It's Monday, November 28th. I'm Vanessa Croy with Ken's 5 News Now. Right now, a man is fighting for his life after a drive-by shooting happening just steps away from the front door of a Southeast Side home. Police say when the man pulled up to his home off Hicks Avenue around 11:30 last night, a red car pulled up and someone started shooting. Police say the victim was sitting in the passenger seat of the car and hit multiple times. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. New this morning, a man wanted for shooting a woman in the head on Thanksgiving has been arrested. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office put out an alert over the weekend in the search for 24-year-old Paris